Alright, what's up? What's up, y'all? This is my first YouTube video ever. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've been riding, goodness gracious, for like 3.5 years now. And we're gonna go through this little neighborhood because it's kind of windy. Man, I've been wanting to do this for multiple years now, and just haven't. And finally, got the setup, got the GoPro, got the everything going on, and so yeah, we're here. Anyways, this is my Suzuki DL650. It's basically the same motor that they put in the Suzuki makes that, like, what is it called, like a SV650 or what, their sport bike. It's the same motor that they got in their sport bike, and so it's in this one, but this is like an adventure bike, touring style. So yep, 2011. It's got 16, well, I bought it with 16,000 miles on it, and it currently has 18. I've put all those on it in the last few weeks. I traded in a 2007 Harley Davidson Sporty, old Sportster 883, and put that money towards this one. Yo, looking. So they actually gave me about $500 less than what you would get for like a normal, if I could like sell the 883 on Craigslist or whatever. But you know, you don't have to deal with titling, licensing, anything like that. So it was a good deal, and I'm happy. I got this. So they gave me like 15 for that. It had like 70,000 miles. I put like 30,000 miles or 40 on that bike. I rode that thing everywhere for like 2.5 years. That was a pretty fun time. Ooh, a little busy today with all this construction. Should we go through? I think we're going to. This is not. It looks kind of busy in here today. What's up, guys? How's it going? Working. This is why we buy adventure bikes. I freaking love this bike. Hey, what's up, man? I'm not very familiar with adventure bikes. This is my first, like, the only other bike I've had was the Harley. But as I was like looking up this bike, they make 1,000 cc. Okay, dude, what's I'm gonna pass you then. They make a 1,000 cc version of this bike. Let's get it. Okay, they make a 1,000 cc version of this bike, but the issue is, and I think what I found in a lot of forums is that while it's faster, like, people are buying the adventure bike for, you know, going off road, stuff like that, and the 650, from what I've seen, is preferable because it's like a little bit lighter, obviously, than 1,000. You can kind of toy around with it a little bit more. The weight distribution is really nice on this bike. Like the Harley was like so top heavy. But anyways, they have a 1,000 cc version of this bike, but yeah, from what I've heard from a lot of people, it's not as preferable, mostly because it's a lot heavier. Apparently the 650 is just like super reliable. So super happy with my purchase. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. So anyways, I got the bike a few weeks ago, and I was just like, dude, I've always watching, like, I've watched like Jake the Garden Snake, Chase on Two Wheels, like Yummy, Motonosity, just all these guys for years, like literally since I was for like 5, 6, 7 years, and I've always wanted to do it, and I've never really had, I guess mostly never really had the money to get, you know, the whole setup, because it's a few $100s to get everything set up. So now I get to jump train tracks on it. Oh, come on, go. Ready? It's too much fun. I finally was able to get the setup. So yeah, we're here. I don't know what I'm going to call this channel yet. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I'm curious to see what happens. Which way are we going to go? We'll go this way. Also, we got to talk about, I'm not going to lie. So I love this bike. It has been, I've had it for a few weeks now. And it has just been nothing but fun. But I've got to say, the one real gripe, and something that I've heard about other Suzukis before, is this blinker right here, where you like press it in, and you like, okay, like when you turn out of it, you have to like manually press the button to get out of it. You have to like press in, or it'll just keep blinking. And like these things are so clunky, like these little blinker buttons are so clunky on this thing. And it is stupid frustrating. It's 2011, and my Harley was a 2007. It's very stripped down, bare bones, like sporty. And oh my gosh, that thing had the thing where when you turned and came out of the turn, it would cut the blinker off. And I'm just like, why? Like, this is 2011. Like, we should be past this. We should have the auto stopping the blinker thing. And honestly, the placement right here is right next to the horn. You hear that? So you end up like hitting the horn most times. That's really like my only main complaint about the bike. I think everything else, like, obviously, you know, you get a bike like that and you're like, oh, I think like I'd love to like have more power, but you don't really, like, honestly, I can like clutch up in first. I can't really clutch up in second or third in this, so I feel like I've got enough power, you know. And at some point, do you need that much power for like off-roading? Like, this thing can tour, this thing can like go to, like, I've got buddies that live in like in Asheville, a lot of different places like that. It's only, so like, I've got friends that, you know, live far away in homes like 2 hours away, so like I'm able to go ride to those places on the highway pretty comfortably. I have a buddy who lives like an hour away from here, and like 2 weekends ago I took it and rode up to see him. All right, dude, come on, bro. I took it up to see him, which was really fun, and yeah, it did good. I rode like all day, and then I took it, you know, an hour to see him. We rode for like an hour and a half, rode an hour back. Gas was good, like comfortable. I will say one thing, so like the Harleys and any cruiser kind of rides like out here, your feet like out in the front or whatever, and this one, like, your feet are like obviously a lot further back. That kind of, you have to get used to that like seating position. That's just like a learning curve, I guess. Like, if you've ridden, like, literally, like, I'm riding on a Mustang seat on the Harley like for 3 years, so like on one of the most comfortable seats you can get on like this, you know, super chill laid back cruiser. Of course, you know, you switch it up and it's going to be a little bit different. Yeah, that's probably the only two like main gripes, is just the blinker. And then, but it's not even really a gripe, it's more of like an adjustment for the seat. The blinker is a gripe, but the seat's not. The seat's more of just like the seating position. Like, I'm a tall dude, like I'm like 6'2". I don't know if you can see that, but I'm like 6'2", and I'm like kind of, my legs are kind of pushed up a little bit, so it's just taking some getting used to. Golly, it's windy today, goodness gracious. I'm actually going to try to go to a place I found the other day. It's like an abandoned golf course. It's literally like 18 holes or something. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's this whole clubhouse that's abandoned, but like, let's see, we'll get on this road. Let's go. And traffic, cool. So it's got some pickup. It's a lot faster than the Harley, I will say that. It had an 883, but like, it's pulling like, you know, all of that. And the Harley was stupid top heavy. Like, it had the 5-gallon tank in the front. That thing, oh my gosh, like, it probably took me like six-ish months maybe to get used to like just like turning that thing like into curves, like leaning into it a little bit. It was just like a top heavy bike. And so after like 2 years, I go to ride this thing, or 3 years after I go to test drive this thing, and I'm like leaning into it, like, oh my gosh, like, all right, let's change lanes here. What are we doing? I'm going to like lean into it, and like this thing feels like literally like nothing. It just feels like a piece of paper in comparison. And it's a lot quieter. The Harley had like a Vance and Hines exhaust on it. It's definitely been some adjusting. So that over there that's where there's a golf course over there. So it like goes through the whole woods right there. We're just gonna go to the clubhouse because I think it's frowned upon to go. And there's no trespassing signs. So it's not like, here it is. It's not like it's not, I don't think it's legal. It's like so messed up. But you ever have like a thought, like, what if I just don't go? Like, what if I just stay right here and, you know, obviously you die, but like not in a bad, that sounds so bad. Yeah, there's like all these like houses here. So like the course is like right there, and it goes back up, and it's still somewhat maintained as far as like the grass is still cut, and like you can see there's like the sidewalks right there. Oh, okay. Oh, there's people. So anyways, there's people here, so I'm probably not gonna do too much exploring, but that's like there's like a pool back there, and there's this clubhouse here, and you can like go back to like, there's like trails back here, like dirt trails I was going on the other day, and there's like this clubhouse. I don't know what these cars are doing, but it looks really sketchy. So we're just gonna leave them alone. Oh gosh. Adventure bike. And then this just goes like to another neighborhood. But yeah, it's pretty, we might have to come back here another day and explore some more in detail down in those trails, because it's super fun. Like, I was down there and it's like all dirt and muddy, but it just poured down rain, so I'm sure it wouldn't be it would be a lot of clay and like nasty. Let's see if we can clutch up in second here. Nope. I read some other forums that were talking about like, oh, my brights are on. I read some forums that were talking about like oil starvation, like because like when you hold the wheel up in the air for too long or whatever, people have had to like rebuild their whole engine because of that. Ooh, we're not gonna do that. But I am curious is if there's anybody have a 650 V-Strom and is able to wheelie like in second, clutch up second or third. I just can't do it. I've tried dropping like revving super high, and I just can't do it. So I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong, and maybe the 650 is just not powerful enough, which I totally get. It's a heavy bike for, you know, only 600 cc's. Like there's a lot going on up here in the front, so I could definitely see why it wouldn't. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing like one or two like 10-minute videos a week, just like riding. Ooh, look at that Corvette. Come on with that maroon color. Oh. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but I guess, you know, you gotta start. Oh, you gotta start somewhere. Yo, if anybody that's watching this is from North Carolina or around the area of North Carolina and knows some good adventure bike spots, you know, let me know in the comments, and we can try to ride somewhere. I like off-roading, and I grew up on dirt bikes. Like that's my thing, like going on trails and stuff. But the other thing is I'm in a pretty like highly developed, like it's like the city's pretty close, but then there's also like the country, but there's like a ton of neighborhoods going up, so like it's not like super conducive to like off-roading, as far as like, you know, most of the off-roading you're doing is new developments where it's like, okay, this isn't really illegal because no one lives here, it's just dirt. Like no one's gonna get mad about that. So it's not super conducive to off-roading. Like the back roads are fun, there's a lot of farms that you can go, but there's no like trails, like long distance trails. So I'm trying to find, I don't know, somewhere around here near this area. So if you're in Eastern North Carolina, let me know. We'll go ride. Jeeps. All right, hot take, that is the ugliest. Like I get it, right? Like I get why you're like, you have the Jeep, like with the Jeep truck and like with all the, you know, like all the stuff on top of it, like you got, but like the gas tanks, like bro, you ain't using the gas tanks. All right, I don't know where you think you're going, trying to merge up like that. Come on, dude. You know, like the Jeeps that are all built up with the gas tanks and the lift from the factory, and like you're just gonna take it to your 9 to 5 at your like corporate office. Like I don't get it. I really don't. And I think Jeeps are cool, but man, why not just drive like a normal like Jeep? Like why does it gotta have gas tanks on it? Like or that, you know, there's extra like, and like the winch, like bro, we know you're not using the winch, but like I don't know, I just bugs a mess out of me. I guess if I had, you know, $75,000 to drop on a Jeep, I would do the same thing. Whoa, that was sketchy.